The latest episode of reality television has fans talking non-stop after Rasheeda and Sierra's explosive confrontation was caught on camera, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. Known for high-stakes drama, the show delivered a moment that exceeded expectations, turning what seemed like a typical argument into a full-blown showdown. From the opening scene, tension was palpable, and the clash between Rasheeda and Sierra quickly escalated, captivating audiences who had been anticipating a dramatic turn in their storyline. The fight wasn't just emotional, it was raw, unfiltered, and filmed in real time, giving viewers an unvarnished look at the intensity of the conflict. Cameras captured every gesture, expression, and heated word, making it impossible for audiences to look away. Fans immediately flooded social media with reactions, sharing clips, commentary, and personal takes on the confrontation. The viral moment ignited debates about the reasons behind the fight, the personalities involved, and the escalating tensions that had led to such a dramatic outcome. This wasn't just a clash between two individuals, it was a collision of personalities, egos, and unresolved conflicts. Rasheeda, known for her assertiveness and boldness, faced off against Sierra, whose temperament and determination have often led her into high-tension situations. The chemistry of their clash, fueled by past grievances, created a combustible environment that exploded on camera. The episode highlighted the complexity of their relationship, showing that what viewers see on reality television is often the culmination of long-standing issues, personal dynamics, and high emotional stakes. Fans dissected every moment, replaying the footage to catch subtle cues, expressions, and shifts in tone. Social media was ablaze with reactions and discussions about who was in the right, who escalated the situation, and what this fight would mean for future episodes dominated forums and comment sections. Analysts and reality TV enthusiasts offered their takes, interpreting the confrontation as both a personal battle and a pivotal moment in the season's narrative. The widespread engagement demonstrated the power of raw, unfiltered footage to capture audience attention and spark conversation. Beyond the immediate drama, the confrontation revealed deeper insights into the personalities of Rasheeda and Sierra. Viewers witnessed a side of both women rarely seen in public, the intensity of their emotions, their resilience under pressure, and their ability to assert themselves in high-stakes moments. The episode served as a reminder that reality television, while entertaining, often functions as a lens through which audiences can observe human behavior, conflict resolution, and the complexities of interpersonal relationships under scrutiny. The timing of the fight added an extra layer of tension. Occurring at a climactic point in the season, the confrontation disrupted alliances, shifted power dynamics, and set the stage for future conflicts. Producers ensured the cameras captured the most dramatic angles, emphasizing the emotional stakes and making the moment feel larger than life. Every glance, word, and gesture was magnified, creating a cinematic experience that left audiences both shocked and fascinated. As the episode concluded, viewers were left with unanswered questions. What led to this explosive showdown? How would it affect relationships moving forward? And what might happen in upcoming episodes? The intensity of the fight, coupled with its viral spread across social media, ensured that the Rasheeda and Sierra confrontation would be discussed long after the cameras stopped rolling. The episode also sparked a larger conversation about the nature of conflict on reality television. While fights and arguments are often expected, this particular showdown stood out due to the authenticity and raw emotion captured on camera. Viewers debated whether the confrontation was inevitable, how much was influenced by production, and the ways in which personal histories, pride, and personalities intersected to create a moment of unforgettable drama. Ultimately, Rasheeda and Sierra's fight is a testament to the enduring appeal of reality television, unfiltered emotion, high stakes, and moments that keep audiences talking long after the screen goes dark. This confrontation will be dissected, analyzed, and remembered as one of the season's defining moments, setting the stage for more drama, tension, and explosive encounters in the episodes to come. The latest episode of the reality series exploded onto screens, as Rasheeda and Sierra's confrontation quickly became the talk of social media. Viewers were on edge from the very start, sensing that tensions had been simmering for weeks, and that the upcoming encounter was bound to be intense. From the moment the cameras rolled, it was clear that this was more than a heated argument. It was a clash of egos, emotions, and unresolved conflicts that had been building up over time. Fans who had been following the season closely immediately knew that the drama between Rasheeda and Sierra had reached a boiling point, and this episode would not disappoint. Rasheeda, known for her strong personality and fearless approach to confrontation, entered the scene with a confidence that hinted she was ready for any challenge. Sierra, on the other hand, carried her own intensity, fueled by past grievances and a desire to assert herself in moments where she felt disrespected. The clash between the two women was electrifying. Every glance, every word, and every gesture seemed loaded with meaning. The cameras captured the full scope of the confrontation, allowing audiences to witness the emotional tension firsthand. This unfiltered perspective made the episode feel immediate and raw, drawing viewers into the drama in a way that few reality moments managed to achieve. The fight escalated quickly, moving from verbal sparring to more intense emotional exchanges. Both women brought up past conflicts, grievances, and perceived betrayals, making it clear that this was a culmination of long-standing issues rather than a spontaneous argument. Rasheeda's approach was assertive and unrelenting, while Sierra matched her intensity, refusing to back down or concede the moment. The combination of these personalities created a volatile environment, one that was impossible to predict and impossible to ignore. Each word and gesture seemed to carry the weight of their history, adding depth and context to the conflict that viewers could feel through the screen. As the argument unfolded, producers made sure that cameras captured every angle, emphasizing the drama and tension in the room. Close-ups of emotional expressions, strategic editing to highlight verbal exchanges, and slow-motion shots of gestures amplified the intensity, making it feel like audiences were witnessing a pivotal moment in real time. The episode became not just a fight, but a cinematic experience, with storytelling elements that drew viewers in and kept them engaged from start to finish. Every second was designed to heighten suspense, making it impossible to look away. Social media erupted as soon as the episode aired. Fans took to Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to discuss every aspect of the fight, sharing clips, opinions, and theories about what led to the explosive showdown. Some viewers sided with Rasheeda, praising her boldness and confidence, while others supported Sierra, admiring her resilience and unwillingness to back down. The conversation quickly went viral, with hashtags trending and comment sections filled with debate, analysis, and reactions. Fans dissected the footage frame by frame, identifying subtle cues, expressions, and behaviors that spoke volumes about the emotional stakes involved. The confrontation also shed light on the personal dynamics between Rasheeda and Sierra. Beyond the spectacle of the fight, viewers got a glimpse into the motivations, frustrations, and insecurities that fueled the conflict. Rasheeda's assertiveness and strong presence made it clear that she was unwilling to be intimidated or sidelined, while Sierra's determination highlighted her desire for respect and recognition within the group. The episode emphasized that reality television, while often dramatized for entertainment, can also reveal the complexity of interpersonal relationships, showing how personal history, pride, and emotion intersect in high-pressure environments. The timing of the fight within the season added an extra layer of significance. Occurring during a climactic point in the storyline, the showdown disrupted alliances, shifted dynamics, and set the stage for future conflicts. Viewers could sense that the repercussions would extend beyond this episode, affecting interactions, trust, and relationships moving forward. The narrative importance of the confrontation made it clear that this was not an isolated incident, but a turning point that would shape the remainder of the season. Critics and analysts began weighing in. Audience reactions were particularly fascinating because they reflected both emotional engagement and analytical thinking. Fans weren't just entertained, they were interpreting behavior, analyzing motives, and debating consequences. This type of engagement is a hallmark of successful reality programming, where the audience becomes an active participant in the unfolding drama, rather than passive observers. The Rasheeda-Sierra confrontation exemplified this phenomenon, as viewers shared opinions, predictions, and insights at unprecedented levels, creating a virtual community around the episode's events. The aftermath of the fight also hinted at long-term consequences. Relationships between cast members were strained, trust had been tested, and viewers were left wondering how future interactions would unfold. Rasheeda's and Sierra's actions would likely have ripple effects, influencing alliances, perceptions, and strategies for the remainder of the season. The episode set up anticipation for upcoming moments, creating a narrative thread that would keep audiences invested and eager to see how the fallout would develop. Part 1 concludes with the explosive confrontation establishing the central tension for the season moving forward. Rasheeda and Sierra's clash was not only a dramatic highlight, but also a reflection of the complex personal dynamics that make reality television compelling. Viewers were left with questions, strong opinions, and a renewed focus on the personalities at the center of the story. The stage is now set for Part 2, which will explore the fallout, audience reactions, and the evolving narrative as alliances shift and tensions continue to simmer. The aftermath of Rasheeda and Sierra's explosive confrontation continued to dominate conversations among fans and cast members alike. What had started as a high-tension showdown now evolved into a ripple effect, influencing relationships, alliances, and the dynamics of the season. The fallout was immediate. Whispers, side conversations, and subtle tensions appeared in every interaction, making it clear that this fight was not just a momentary clash, but a turning point that would affect the entire storyline. Audiences eagerly analyzed every exchange, predicting how these strained relationships would shape future episodes. Social media became a hotbed of speculation and debate. Clips of the fight were shared repeatedly across platforms, with fans breaking down key moments, facial expressions, and verbal exchanges. Some argued that Rasheeda's assertiveness demonstrated her dominance, while others claimed that Sierra's emotional intensity highlighted her refusal to be dismissed. Comment sections overflowed with opinions, theories, and debates, as viewers dissected motives and predicted the consequences of the confrontation. The viral nature of these clips ensured that the episode remained a topic of discussion long after it aired, cementing the fight as a defining moment of the season. The confrontation also revealed the complexity of the relationships between cast members. Prior tensions between Rasheeda and Sierra were now amplified, affecting interactions with others in the group. Alliances shifted subtly, as some cast members chose to distance themselves while others aligned with one of the two women. The episode emphasized how a single explosive moment can recalibrate social dynamics, demonstrating that conflicts in reality television often have far-reaching implications beyond the immediate participants. Fans were particularly intrigued by the strategic elements of the fight. Rasheeda, known for her ability to assert herself in challenging situations, appeared to navigate the confrontation with both intensity and control. Sierra, on the other hand, channeled her emotions into a forceful defense, refusing to back down even when tensions escalated. The balance of strategy and emotion became a key point of discussion, with viewers analyzing how each woman leveraged personality, timing, and presence to maintain influence within the group. This duality of calculated action and emotional expression highlighted the layered complexity of conflict in reality television, offering fans an opportunity to interpret behavior beyond surface-level drama. Producers played a critical role in amplifying the intensity of the aftermath. Through selective editing, camera angles, and timing of cutaways, the show highlighted emotional cues and tension-filled moments, ensuring that audiences remained captivated. By focusing on expressions, whispered conversations, and the ripple effects of the fight, producers transformed the episode from a single confrontation into a multi-layered narrative. This approach allowed viewers to experience the broader consequences of the clash and understand how it reshaped the social landscape within the cast. Analysts and commentators also weighed in, providing context and insights that helped frame the confrontation in a broader cultural and psychological context. Some pointed out that Rasheeda's approach reflected high emotional intelligence, balancing assertiveness with an awareness of audience perception. Sierra's response, by contrast, was interpreted as a display of passion and resilience, demonstrating that emotional expression can be a powerful tool in shaping perception and asserting presence. These analyses enriched the conversation, giving audiences new ways to interpret the dynamics and providing a lens through which to understand the motivations behind each woman's behavior. The fallout extended beyond the immediate participants. Other cast members were forced to navigate shifting alliances, reassess loyalties, and decide how they would engage in a highly charged environment. Friends and allies of both Rasheeda and Sierra became cautious, knowing that any comment or action could be interpreted as taking sides. This heightened level of awareness created an atmosphere of tension throughout the episodes that followed, showing how one explosive moment can create a cascade of consequences affecting an entire group. Fans, meanwhile, continued to engage actively. Forums, social media groups, and fan pages became spaces for detailed discussion as audiences replayed scenes, analyzed dialogue, and debated the long-term implications of the fight. Predictions about future conflicts, reconciliations, and strategic moves dominated conversations, keeping viewers invested in the narrative beyond the immediate episode. The engagement demonstrated the participatory nature of reality television, where audiences are not just passive consumers, but active participants in interpreting and shaping the story. The episode also highlighted the emotional toll of high-stakes reality television. For Rasheeda and Sierra, the confrontation was exhausting, draining, and intense. Cameras captured the strain in their expressions, body language, and tone, giving audiences a sense of the real emotional impact behind the drama. This humanized the participants, reminding viewers that beyond entertainment, reality television often exposes raw emotion, vulnerability, and the consequences of navigating high-pressure social environments. As Part 2 progressed, it became evident that the clash between Rasheeda and Sierra was setting up narrative threads for future episodes. Tensions were unresolved, alliances had shifted, and viewers were left wondering how subsequent interactions would unfold. The fight had not only disrupted relationships, but also created opportunities for new dynamics, strategies, and confrontations to emerge. The storytelling momentum was clear. The season had reached a pivotal juncture, and every moment following the clash would be influenced by its aftermath. By the end of Part 2, the explosive showdown had evolved from a single moment into a complex narrative arc. Rasheeda and Sierra's confrontation had reshaped relationships, influenced alliances, and energized fan engagement. Viewers were left eagerly anticipating the next developments, with questions about trust, loyalty, and strategy driving ongoing discussion. Part 3 will explore the ultimate consequences of the fight, including resolution, escalation, and the broader impact on the season's storyline, ensuring that the drama continues to captivate audiences and define the trajectory of the cast. The explosive confrontation between Rasheeda and Sierra continued to reverberate through the season, creating tension, suspense, and drama that captivated audiences. By this point, viewers had witnessed not just a single fight, but the aftermath, the ripple effects, and the complex dynamics that followed. The fight had left both women and the rest of the cast navigating a landscape of strained relationships, shifting alliances, and heightened emotions. Part 3 picks up in the wake of the confrontation, exploring how these events shape the remainder of the season and the long-term consequences for everyone involved. Immediately following the fight, both Rasheeda and Sierra. The emotional fallout for Rasheeda and Sierra was also evident. Cameras captured private moments where each woman reflected on the confrontation, revealing vulnerability, frustration, and a mix of pride and regret. Rasheeda expressed determination to maintain control over her narrative, while Sierra grappled with the consequences of standing her ground so forcefully. These introspective moments provided depth to their characters, showing audiences that beyond the heated public exchanges, there was genuine emotional complexity driving their actions. Viewers connected with this, understanding that reality television can reveal the human side of conflict, where pride, loyalty, and emotion collide in unpredictable ways. As the season progressed, the fight's consequences manifested in new confrontations and challenges. Minor disagreements escalated faster than usual, as tensions between Rasheeda and Sierra lingered in the background, influencing group behavior. Every interaction carried the weight of the unresolved conflict, making the atmosphere charged and unpredictable. Producers capitalized on this tension, using editing and strategic scene placement to highlight the lingering impact of the showdown. This approach ensured that the fight remained a central narrative thread, driving the season's drama and keeping audiences engaged. Social media engagement remained at an all-time high. Fans dissected every episode, comparing new interactions to the initial confrontation and predicting potential outcomes. Online communities debated who won the fight, whose behavior was justified, and what future clashes might look like. Reaction videos, commentary threads, and fan theories proliferated, reflecting the participatory nature of modern reality television. The Rasheeda-Sierra conflict became a case study in audience investment, demonstrating how a single explosive moment can sustain engagement across multiple platforms, episodes, and weeks. The confrontation also highlighted strategic behavior from both women. Rasheeda appeared to use calculated moves to assert dominance, reinforce her position, and influence perception, while Sierra leveraged emotional intensity to command attention and demonstrate resilience. Their actions underscored the duality of reality television as both entertainment and social strategy. Audiences witnessed how decisions, timing, and personal presentation could influence relationships, perception, and narrative direction, revealing the calculated underpinnings that often drive reality TV drama. Despite the tension, there were moments of reflection and potential reconciliation. Both women faced opportunities to address lingering issues, engage in dialogue, and potentially rebuild trust. These moments were fraught with uncertainty, as past grievances and emotional wounds complicated communication. Viewers watched closely, analyzing whether genuine resolution was possible, or if the conflict would continue to escalate. This tension between potential reconciliation and ongoing rivalry added suspense and depth to the season, keeping audiences invested in the story arc. Other cast members were not immune to the fallout. Friends, allies, and neutral parties were drawn into the conflict, intentionally or inadvertently, creating mini-drama arcs that intersected with the Rasheeda-Sierra showdown. Trust became a scarce commodity, and alliances were tested at every turn. The fight's after-effects emphasized that in reality television, a single event can catalyze broader ripple effects, reshaping social dynamics and narrative trajectories in ways that extend far beyond the initial confrontation. The broader cultural impact of the fight was also apparent. Fans and commentators debated the nature of conflict on reality television, analyzing whether such clashes reflect real-life dynamics or are amplified for entertainment. Discussions explored themes of pride, loyalty, strategy, and emotional intelligence, offering audiences insight into human behavior under pressure. The episode demonstrated that reality TV serves not only as entertainment, but also as a lens through which to examine social interaction, decision-making, and conflict resolution in high-stakes, emotionally charged environments. As the season approached its climax, the unresolved tension between Rasheeda and Sierra continued to drive the narrative. Their rivalry influenced subsequent challenges, interactions, and alliances, creating a domino effect that heightened drama and anticipation. Audiences remained engaged, eagerly awaiting the next twists, confrontations, and potential reconciliations. The fight had set the stage for a season defined by high emotion, strategic maneuvering, and unpredictable outcomes. In conclusion, Rasheeda and Sierra's fight, captured in the explosive episode, became far more than a momentary spectacle. It reshaped relationships, influenced alliances, drove audience engagement, and highlighted the complex interplay of strategy, emotion, and perception in reality television. Part 3 demonstrates how a single confrontation can create sustained narrative impact, affect multiple storylines, and leave audiences eagerly anticipating what comes next. The lasting tension, emotional depth, and strategic maneuvering continue to define the season, ensuring that the Rasheeda-Sierra showdown will be remembered as one of the most compelling moments of the series. The explosive confrontation between Rasheeda and Sierra has left an indelible mark on the season, and audiences can't stop talking about it. From the moment the fight ignited, viewers were drawn into a whirlwind of emotion, strategy, and high-stakes drama that showcased the intense dynamics of reality television. This clash was more than just a verbal argument. It was a turning point that reshaped relationships, altered alliances, and set the tone for the remainder of the season. Fans have been dissecting every gesture, expression, and word, making this one of the most talked-about moments in recent memory. For those following the season closely, this confrontation offers insight into the personalities and strategies of both Rasheeda and Sierra. Rasheeda's assertiveness, confidence, and strategic approach were on full display, demonstrating her ability to navigate tense situations while maintaining control of her narrative. Sierra's resilience, emotional intensity, and refusal to back down highlighted her determination to assert herself and protect her position within the group. Together, these dynamics created a compelling clash that drew viewers in and encouraged deeper engagement with the storyline. The social media response has been unprecedented. Clips from the fight went viral across multiple platforms, sparking debates, discussions, and analysis that continue to this day. Fans have taken to Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to share reactions, offer theories, and predict what might happen next. The conversation goes far beyond the initial fight, with audiences speculating about future alliances, potential escalations, and the long-term impact on the season's narrative. This level of engagement demonstrates the power of reality television to create communal experiences, where viewers actively participate in shaping the conversation. The confrontation also offers a broader lesson about conflict and strategy in high-pressure environments. Both Rasheeda and Sierra displayed a mix of emotional expression and calculated decision-making, showing how personality, timing, and perception play critical roles in shaping outcomes. Viewers can learn from these dynamics, observing how confidence, assertiveness, and strategic thinking can influence social interactions and relationships. At the same time, the episode reminds audiences that unresolved tension can have lasting effects, not just for the individuals involved, but for the broader group dynamic. For fans, the Rasheeda-Sierra showdown is an invitation to stay engaged, follow the unfolding drama, and consider the implications of every interaction. Every glance, every word, and every reaction carries significance, and future episodes will continue to build on the tension created in this explosive moment. The fight is not an isolated incident, it's a narrative thread that will influence relationships, shape storylines, and provide a lens through which audiences can interpret the complex social dynamics of the cast. Ultimately, this episode exemplifies why reality television remains a cultural phenomenon. It blends raw emotion, strategic behavior, and high-stakes drama in a way that captivates audiences and sparks conversation. Rasheeda and Sierra's confrontation is a defining moment of the season, leaving viewers eagerly anticipating what comes next, analyzing behavior, and participating in a larger conversation.